This ain't my business, but
it is my business.
Yeah, rest in peace, Bushwick Bill. We back. Yeah, ghetto boys. Let me do it one time. Rest in peace, Bushwick. Let's do it one time. Come. Shreveport, Queen Barrel. Yeah. You with the Kang, baby. Come on. Recreational drugs has taken control of me. Control of you? Man, what you talking about? Come on. I've been up for 4 days. For 4 days? 4 whole days? Don't seem like I'm having a sleep. What's up? You better. It's getting good. Because my mind playing tricks on me. Yeah. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. I met this lady. Oh, she pretty. I think she might be Creole. Oh, yeah. She pretty. Oh, she mixed with something.
Oh, yeah, I know she bad.
She got my heart. Not your heart. No heart, now. I think she might even have my soul. Your soul? You better take her to church real quick. I'm throwing up. You must ate something bad. It might have sour on your stomach. When she's not around. Is she over there right now? I ain't going over there. Because my mind playing tricks on me. Yeah. Hey. Come on, come on. Yeah. Hey. My mind playing tricks on me. Come on. Mind playing tricks on me. Hey. Let's take it to the breeze. I can't even sleep. Hey. Red brick dust on the ground. Hey. It's like skeleton key. Send it to lady. She's so done fine. Sometimes it seems I'm going out of my mind. Tricks on me. Come on. My mind playing tricks on me. Brandon, I think I need to go old school. Mind playing tricks on me. Pac-Man, can I go old school?
Do your thing, man.
Let's go to H-Town one time. Let's go, G. I make big money, drive big cars, everybody knows me. It's like I'm a movie star late at night. Something ain't right. I'm feeling getting trailed by the same sucker's headlight. Is it the one I beat for $5,000? Thought he bought cane, but it was cold, made of flour. Every time I see, I grab my popper for the sucker. Ain't no use of me lie. I was scared than my mind. Mind playing tricks on me. Mind playing tricks on me.
Man, playing tricks on me.
Said that my mind, oh my mind, yeah. My mind playing tricks on me. I gotta get gangster for a little bit, Pac-Man. Can I get gangster?
Yeah. Do your thing. Yeah.
1738, I don't drink Bush, don't smoke Reggie, but I love that kush. Yeah. Mind playing tricks on me. Let's take it back. This year Halloween fell on the weekend. Me and Pac-Man through G10, robbing little kids for bags. Till the lawman got behind our. So we speeded up the pace, took a look back, and he was right for our face. He be in for a squabble, no doubt. So I swung and I tried to take him out of my mind. Oh, my mind. My mind playing tricks on me. Hey, let's go. Come on. Hey, said I walked in working my shoulders. I said I walked in working my shoulders. I'm rolling full of them pills. About to put a coat. I know that I'm the one that's doing dope. Can't keep a steady hand cause I'm nervous. Every Sunday morning I'm in service. Mind playing tricks on. Mind playing tricks on. Mind playing. Shout out to the ghetto boys. Rest in peace, Bushwick.
Yes, sir.
Mind playing tricks on. Come, Shreveport 318, baby.
yeah, we like to welcome y'all to another episode of That Ain't My Business.
But let's talk about it.
I'm your favorite co-host, Nestor the Dunn. Up in this Motion City where they still trying to get ratchet.
It's your boy Pac-Man, the Hood's voice box. You know what I'm talking about? And we got a super special guest in the building with us tonight.
Come, it's the Kang of Trailride Blues fresh out the bushes. Mansfield, stand up, baby. Shrevepo, we in the building. Ratchet, we still in the city.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie, that might have been the best goddamn performance
we never had.
Yeah.
Hey, we got turned in it.
Yes, sir. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I'm talking about? I see why Southern Soul is taking over the market down here. I ain't gonna say Shreveport, in the side.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's one of your songs that I actually have heard before. But hearing it, you perform it, it gave me a different feeling.
All right, appreciate you, bro. Next dope. That's how we do it, you know.
Yeah,
hey, man, and representing 318, you know, that's my biggest blessing, cause you know it's ratchet in the city, and we got this versatility. Cause the blues been here with Carl Sims and all these guys that come through here. Yeah. So and then you know we put our ratchet to it, so. That's just me just putting another twist to it, you know what I'm saying? Right. Like in the song, when I said I walked through and working my shoulder, you know that's Zeal. Yeah. So I bring a little bit of element.
I say it's Tess.
Yeah, we don't want to correct you, but it's actually Young Tess.
Young Tess, yeah.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, you know. But I say they be stealing shit, so hey.
I think he just barred.
He barred.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, but that's when you get the knowledge when you're in the city, because we know.
Right.
Right here, y'all know.
Right.
So you can't fool the city, bro.
Yeah, so look, man, you know what I'm saying? When I got word you were coming, you know, I like to call myself Mr. Do Your Homework. I'm gonna do my homework. You know what I'm saying? So I hollered at a few people in Mansfield, and when I was asking about you, one thing they said, Jeter, he a real hometown boy. It was like he really Mansfield they stand up for Jeter. They, you know, you know how I put it, like some artists when they start elevating, their city don't necessarily be their main supporters or one of their key supporters. But I'm hearing that dynamic isn't the truth for you. I'm hearing Mansfield gonna ride for Jeter Jones. Yeah, where that type of love come from?
Oh man, I think it's just being real with them, you know, 10 toes. I'm not one to go to Shreveport and say I rep Shreveport. I love Shreveport, but I rep where I'm from, even though it's small. And some people be like, man, where that's at? By New Orleans, you know, everywhere you go, they think everything from New Orleans. You know, when you say Louisiana, I'm from Louisiana, Mansfield. They say, what is that? By New Orleans? I'm like, nah, we by Shreveport. And some people say, what is that? Hey, man, that's Ratchet City, baby. That's what we rep, 318. But I think just putting my little town on my back, you know, if you ride for them, they'll ride for you. That's one thing about them. And just giving back when you do make it, you know, giving back. I'm right there. I moved up here for a little while, but I went home. When I went home, it felt like my blood was rolling pure. It's just good to be representing country and be a real artist. I ain't fake, you know. My cowboy hat real, my boots real, you know, my heart's real. I lived that life. So really what I'm singing about is what I lived, you know. So they ride for me and I ride for them, man. And that's one thing I love about Mansfield, you know. Before I was on, they still had my back. So I never turned my back on them. I ain't changing none but my drawers and my bank account.
Let me ask you, like, how does it feel, you know, when in today's time for country to be the popular thing? Now, you know, back in the day, being country was kind of looked down upon. You know, they call us country folks and they call themselves city folks, especially people in New Orleans.
It used to be bad, man. I know when I first got into Southern Soul, when I started, it was just me and Zydeco Band. Shout out to Bill Pickett, Rodeo for putting me on. But when it was just me and them Zydeco bands, and they took me in. They was like, hey, what you sing? I said, some blue. What kind of blue? I'm like, country blue. They were like, let's check that out. Then I did my thing, and they said, man, you talented. You dancing, singing. You funny, you know, like, you good, man. So they took me under the wing, and then when I jumped into the blues circuit, they was like, who is that with the cowboy hat on? Where that dude going? And, man, I look up today, and I see Beyonce. All these major people with these cowboys. I seen Marquise Houston did a country video the other day, and I was like, man, it's crazy how it's taken over because, you know, the first true cowboys that started rodeo were black cowboys.
Yeah,
all their events came from us, you know, just playing around. You know how nigga get bored. Nigga find some stuff to do. So That's just what cowboy and real true cowboy and coming through. Even the legends, like, that they changed the names. You go watch a Western, you see John Wayne, but he really marking a black cowboy. So it's crazy to see our legacy come back around and so much history is hidden. It's amazing how much history has been hidden. Black folks invented so much stuff, but they didn't get credit for it. You know what I'm saying? So it's good to see something I created coming into fruition, and now it's influencing mainstream now. When a cat say, "Yeah, I know Jeter," I'm like, "For real?"
Yeah.
You know me, man. I remember.
Who don't know you?
Man, I'm gonna tell you, a couple years back, I was at the Dallas Saints game in Dallas, man, and then Bebe seen me, who was my cousin. He was like, "Jeter, what's up, man? Roll with me." And he took me up to the thing, and I'm looking like, man, that look like Mike Tyson. There go Jamie Foxx. There go, man, that's the dude in that movie. That's when you don't know their name, that's that dude from that movie there. Man, I'm like starstruck because I'm sitting back, I'm just from Mansfield. And I'm like, man, these stars in here, and Baby chilling. Boosie walked in with Entourage. They dab each other up. So as they sitting there chilling, I'm just sitting back. I'm like, oh, I'm with Baby. I'm chilling. Yeah. Man, Cat Boosie looked at the pair and said, "What's up, Jeter Jones?" And inside I was like, "Ah! What's up, my day?" He said, "Man, at that trail right," he dabbed me up. And I was like, "Man, I want a song." And he was like, "For real?" He told me to the dude, "Hey, get with him." And I told the dude, like, "Yeah, 15 bands. It probably wasn't that much. But I paid it." I said, "Man, I got one ratchet trail ride. Let's go." And he did the song, man, and it took off. And I was like, man, this is crazy that you never know the influence you got. I'm just on social media, just pushing my little music, trying to get it to the masses. And it's making a mark now, So, like I said, I ain't changed nothing but my draws in my bank account. But it's good to change that.
So let me ask you. 1993, Mansfield High. Where was Jeter Jones' mindset? Where were you headed in life?
Man, I was upset at the time because I had a full ride scholarship to Texas A&M to play football. And that's why all my life was, I'm going to play football, I'm going to get out this town. And I balled like that so I could get out that town. And that was the college, which they baited me in because they took me to Hooters and put that
white
cheeks
out there.
Hooters was a big deal back then.
Oh, man. It was like, for my little country, but it blew my mind. I said, I got to be him. This is the spot. So I was trying to get up out of there, but then the homecoming queen, who was my girl at the time, got pregnant, man. And I was just mad at her because I had been hitting you for 2 years and you didn't take your birth control for 2 weeks, man. You forget for 2 weeks. And I was like, man, this is my meal ticket out of here, man. My grandparents raised me. My mom and dad didn't raise me, my grandparents. So, with them being at their age at that time, I'm like, man, this going to be crazy. But I decided to go into the Marines because I was like, if I'm going to go in something, and dude told me they the best, I said, well, I want to be where the best at. And so, I made a decision and I went into the Marines and man, simplified to all my brothers out there, but it changed my life because really at the time I hadn't grown up. I was still childish. They beat it into me to where, hey, man, you got to be a man if you ain't nothing. So the lessons I learned in the Marines, I can't trade for 2 gold shooting gorillas, I cannot cuss.
Yeah.
Okay.
You say what the fuck you want to say.
Come.
Yeah, so and when I joined the military, they was telling me basically, the Marines, if you want to go the easier route, then you pick something else. But if you want to work for it and you want to really put in the effort and have the drive and all that tenacity to really be a man, then you join the Marines, right? Yeah. So I wanted no parts of that. So I went and joined the Air Force.
Yeah.
But right. So it really that kind of speaks to your mindset, the fact that you would rather take that route than to take any other route. What did your grandparents instill in you that made you want to be like that? Like,
well, my granddaddy was old school. I'm talking about like Kunta Kinte old school. Like, listen, man, I think I had my first job, I was 5. I I was feeding chickens, toting wood. Wasn't big enough to swing the axe, but he'll chop it up and leave it on the ground. I could put it, when I could tote the wheelbarrow, every time you learned the job, that became yours. When I could just tote the wood, he would take the wheelbarrow, put it to the porch, and I'll stack it. When I could tote the wheelbarrow, I had to put it in there and stack it. When I could chop the wood, I began chopping the wood. Lesson he said, hey, don't let the power pass your head. So when I see it get down, so I would split up wood just to have it, just to stack. So I learned to get a work ethic. He taught me how to plow. He was like, hey, get behind this mule. Like, mule, man, the mule ain't gonna listen to me. But I had to learn to whip the mule, to turn them. So once you get them going, you good. But it's just getting them going, you know what I'm saying? So lessons he taught me, and he always said, son, the work you do will speak for you. As long as you ain't scared to pick up a slop bucket and put in a day's work, you can do anything. Just keep God first in everything you do. So, I mean, that man, he just turned 100, August the 17th. But he was the epitome of a work ethic. You know, I saw him, it'd be dark when he leave, and it'd be dark when he coming in. You know, when he got off work, he had a landscaping job. He mowed yards and stuff. When he wasn't doing that, he had 5 gardens that he tend to. You know, so he always had something to do. So, man, I see the older me at 50 now, I'm just the epitome of him. I'm up working. Now, most people sleep 3, 4. I think I went to bed at 6 this morning. But what I did was, I'm finished with another album. I'm pushing stuff out on social media at night myself, not just my paid people. So I figure if my MR&P artist working, I'm working too. So they can work while it's day, but at night, that's me pushing my videos out. That's me pushing stuff on TikTok, and I'm learning a lot of stuff. But I think if you don't do it yourself, man, if you don't push it, how can you expect people to just know it?
To all y'all younger artists out there, this is a man who already has accomplished certain things, and he's still doing it himself, still posting every day like we was just talking with Slay. You need to post your music and videos every day, not just one time when it first come out.
Keep it in their face. Keep it in their face.
And that's just amazing in itself, because you know, a lot of people as they grow older, they kind of get hard-nosed when it comes to learning new things, and the fact that you are the one behind your TikTok, you know, and things of that sort, like that's amazing in itself. Who put you on to social media, the social media realm?
I think just watching, you know, being in social media, you watch stuff happen. So I just figured one day is, how can people in Michigan know me? I just did a boost one day, and it said a target area. And I said, I don't think nobody in Michigan know me, or Chicago. So I put that in, and I pushed. And all of a sudden, when I was on my live, I seen people from Chicago. I love your music. I'm right here in Flint. I love your music. I said, let me do that again. Let's go for Kansas. Let's go for New York. You know, so I just started boosting my stuff and just spending that money, taking money I've earned and flipping it back into myself. So, I mean, it ain't just investing in me and believing in me.
Let me comment on that. We got into it with another so-called podcast person. He said, yeah, keep running them ads. Nigga, Coca-Cola is $1 billion company and they run ads. Pepsi run ads. Nike run ads. That's how you reach places that you can't reach on your own, is running ads. They got these $1 billion company have a set marketing budget just for ads. True. That's part of getting yourself out there.
And I tell artists all the time, and they're like, gee, what made you on? I said, business. It's 90% business, 10% talent. You know, that's why you can see a no-singing person out here working, and some of the best blowers at the house in Southern Soul. Because they're marketing themselves, they're pushing in themselves, you know. Besides my team, shout out to Jen Craig. You know, Jen Craig runs my Jones Boys Entertainment, but she does a lot of the marketing, all of the marketing. But beside her is me and Bappy. You know, I don't know nothing about pushing, nothing about Spotify, the streams and stuff. Well, you need these ads. I didn't know nothing about ads, but Bappy was like, let me help you, and I paid Bappy, and he started getting me. I'm like, we had an album go straight to number 10 on the Billboard. And I was like, man, it was all Bappy.
How many people can say that?
Man, Bappy put it on, man. Bappy was out here ambassadoring for me. He was putting my music everywhere. And I told Sir Charles, I said, hey, man, I am at number 11. It was at 13 on the billboards. He said, what? But it was crazy because we signed a distribution deal with this team, but the company wasn't doing no marketing. All the marketing came from us. So with my team working that hard, I was like, man, can we do this again? Man, we dropped another album. It was at 28. I said, Bappy, keep pushing. Whatever you doing, your check on the way, bro. Send me your cash out. And then blessing your team.
Yeah.
If Bappy charged me 5, I would give him 8.
It's called take care who take care of you.
Bingo. And he would say, boss, you don't have to give me. I said, man, thank you. Keep pushing. If I bless you, I want you to go hard as I'm going. You know, one thing I learned about the Marine, if you can motivate your team, that's all it is, a leader. Motivating your team to believe in you and to respond, you know. So Bappy like, man, I did a little extra. I posted you YouTube too. You know? Slack told me, man, I learned so much knowledge from Slack, you know, all his years. In 2018, I teamed up with Slack, and I said, Slack, I just need a producer that's gonna rock with me. I got a formula and I know it works. And all of that coincided together. I just needed a studio and a producer that's gonna do this. This is what I need you to do. This is what I need you to do. I didn't need one saying, this ain't blues. This ain't, listen, if I want a rap, come in here and do me a hardcore, ratchet rap song, and shout out to Manigo, we finna do something with Manigo. Let me do it, because at the Trail Ride, they played everything, from country, hip-hop, R&B, everything is played at the Trail Ride. So how can I be a reflection of what I'm singing about? I'm going to do everything. And through Slack, man, I mean, I got songs with Boosie, Busy Bone, Charlie Boy. I got some collabs that are classic in the hood. Because I was like, man, how can I reach street folk? And Slack looked at me, he said, just get ratchet. And I said, let's go. You know, let's go. And the knowledge, man, by BDS and my music, by getting my BMI. I was with ASCAP. He said, oh, they ain't paying nothing over there. Switch to BMI. And I did. And the checks became bigger as soon as I switched over. Like, okay. Oh, they paying for TV, everything. This stuff he taught me, man. DBS and media basing my music got me on Billboard charts. When Bappy pushed it, it's all getting counted. If they not counting, if I drop a song, it's just a song. But if it's media-based, every time they play it, it's counted.
Yeah, see, you on the right checks. And see, nights like that, most people try to charge you for nights like that.
I'm going to give away because I want all us to grow. I'll never be a crab in a barrel, you know. I'd rather be a monkey because a monkey will reach back and grab you and pull you up.
And the monkey can climb out.
Yeah, they going to climb out. Then a monkey don't mind because if we both going to get bananas, we can share them bananas. So I'd always be a monkey in a barrel. And it's just stuff I learned along the way that I promised myself when I started that I was going to get to. Because even in the military, you're taught integrity, your morals, all this stuff, man. You see all the stuff going on with Diddy now, man. It's craziness because, man, it's crazy if I'm partying with you and we do the same thing.
All right, since you brought up Diddy, we asked Slack. Slack said he been on tour all around the world. He said he ain't toured with Diddy. Have you been on tour with Diddy?
I haven't.
Have you been to the white parties?
I ain't been to them.
You ain't been to no party.
I ain't been to no party, man. I think Jeter would probably make the first half. I just go to see.
Yeah.
You know, but hey, man, if I drank something, I'm like, I know how to stick my finger in my throat and throw up.
Yeah. See, your boy TP Thomas, he said he'll go party with Usher, but he won't be in the room with him by himself. He won't be alone. I said, damn, you think he gonna seduce you if y'all by yourself?
Man, that's crazy. I mean, we look up to these cats, man. Yeah. These are superstars, man. Who wouldn't? And then people can front all they want, but man, back in the days, I heard about the Diddy parties, man. Lil G from Silk is one of my best friends. He been to them parties, man. He be like, man, they went down. He was at R. Kelly's house, kicking it. Like, man, was it really? Man, they went down over there. That's what he was telling me, man. So you think if I didn't get an invite to tell him I wasn't going, I was going to go.
Yeah, it was a different time.
I was going to go, man.
Just don't go today.
I've been in there like, oh, what y'all doing with baseball, man? What we got the baseball for?
Why is so slick in it?
Why is everybody so slick in here? You know what I'm saying? And they're like, champagne, I don't even drink that. Give me some hen, man. You know, hey.
I see you like that cognac.
I love that yak, man. That yak bang me back. Y'all got my brand over there. That 1738.
Bang me back.
Yeah, I can't handle that white. That white.
Yeah, see, I used to be on there, but now we supporting black businesses now.
Thank you. Because man, that white make me put this size 11 in your chest, man.
Oh Lord.
So I no need of me doing that, man.
So look, I heard you say something. You said that you always put God first, right?
Oh yeah.
And when I was talking to some of my people in Mansfield, they said that Jeter Jones and his family, y'all had like a gospel group or something.
Yeah, well, I grew up quartet, man, and we got everybody. I think about one person, Lele, the only one that can't sing in my family, but all my family can sing, man. I tell people I'm ranked like number 10 in the family singing wise. We got some people that can blow, man. Like even Crystal Thomas, that's my cousin. You know. They can blow like church, you know, and I grew up quartet, man, playing drums, running around. We opened up for Canton Spirituals, Mighty Clouds of Joy, Gospel Keynote. Willie Neal was one of my granddad's best friends, you know, because my granddad was a promoter, so he'd bring him to town. And I told him one time, I said, man, I like that man that be whooping people with that towel. He'd be like, sing, Robert, and he'd hit him in the back. But man, as a kid, you know, I thought quartet was so boring because, you know, drummer, the guitar could walk on the planks and stuff, but I had to sit there in their pocket. But I mean, growing up, church was an experience too, because man, I'd be the one to tell you, man, some of them, these gospel groups are wilder than Southern Soul and rap groups.
So you telling me the gospel groups have Diddy more?
I was just gonna say that.
Them cat tooting powder in there.
Oh man, it's going down for the Lord.
Hey man, I seen cats sit out behind the church van by the cemetery, blowing some trees before we go on. You know, I gotta get right. We go ahead and turn this out. He was just looking like, wow, man, you smoking weed before we go in church, man. You don't kill. Kathy hit that. It was cats like that.
Yeah, you get high, you get closer to the Lord.
Man, I seen cat hit chicken in a church van, just like on the heartbeats. You know, you be like, 5 minutes, bro, we finna roll. You know, like, quartet wild, man.
Speaking of church, I saw something with Jermaine Dupri. He was saying the reason why R&B is not at its full potential because the young people they're singing now, they don't have their church training, you know, like
church season.
The church.
Some of the best singers come from church. Casey and JoJo, Calvin Richardson, Johnny Taylor, Sir Charles.
He said some of those same names.
Yeah, like a lot of them come from church. Like man, we could tell, man. I hear if your riff's a certain way, I'm like, church. You know, King George, one of the biggest ones right now, straight from quartet like me. Mm-hmm. You know, and we all link up, man. We just know, man. I seen you take that bass line from the Lee Williams, Bo. Mm-hmm. And they just started laughing like, man, that's what it was. You know, like you know that, don't I? Say, hey, you can't play now, and I don't catch it in my head. So, I mean, and he's so right, man. Some of the best singers came from church. Man.
From church. Straight up. Yeah, you ain't like. Because there's one thing I don't like. Now, I ain't been to church here recently in the past few years.
We just went to church.
Oh, we did?
Yeah.
We did just go to church.
I was feeling it. I was like, man, fuck it, man. Let's go join, man. He ain't want to join with me.
In fact, you got to join.
I was ready to be delivered.
He got to face the Lord by himself. Mm-hmm. You know, he
can't walk in the gate with him.
Yeah. You know, we ain't gonna do this thing together. We probably go at different times unless we go on the car regular.
And church is a feeling, man. You know, I think people should have a personal relationship with God. I know I've been the youth director for years, and I was like, y'all ain't fired me yet. I ain't been to church. And they like, hey, man, people move when I say your name because they know you real with it. You know, I said, nah. I think all these children in the choir think they gonna get a record deal.
That's what it is. They at the trail rides too, cutting up.
Yeah, then most of my church kin to me anyway. Hey, Jeter, my cousin. Like,
oh yeah. What? That's where the Hula Babies is, ain't it?
Nah, the Hula Babies Plain Dillon.
Oh, Plain Dillon. I get Mansfield and Plain Dillon mixed up.
Yeah, we all country town, man.
Since we talking about Mansfield, we all. I got a homeboy from Mansfield. His name Teddy. He said they call him Big Nips out there.
Okay.
And like we always get into this conversation. Who's the biggest person up out of Mansfield? And I always tell him Baby Savage.
I think so too.
That's until I found out about you, though.
Yeah, I think Baby Savage, because, man, I was stationed up in Kansas, and Baby Savage came through, and I said, man, you look just like your dad. And he looked at me, and he said, huh? I said, you look just like your dad. You look just like Floyd. And he was like, oh, you from Mansfield? I said, yeah, bro. Yeah, right up the street from your dad. Dad mowed my yard a couple times, man. He's like, yeah. Yeah, but that dude grinds.
Yeah, see, Slack
said
you. And I told Slack, well, Jeter ain't got that Gumby fade, and he ain't got his picture on those skyscrapers.
So I'm coming, Baby Savage. I'm gonna put mine on Juella, though.
So,
Baby Savage is a grinder, man. I even then, he was grinding, man. He was pushing. He was out the car passing out the flyer for the show. He was there, and I'm looking like, man, that look like Baby Savage. And then when I got close, I said, that is him. You know what I'm saying? And hey, shout out to his grind, man. You know, that's him. That's that dude, straight grind.
Speaking of grind, when I was talking, like I say, I ain't gonna lie to you. They told me a lot about you. They said you do a lot of community work back in Mansfield, right? And they also told me that you were once leading the youth and teaching the youth. I'll say preparing the youth for the future. I'm gonna make it simple. Yeah. You used to substitute teach?
Well, I went to the school with a purpose, because these kids grew up in my hood, same school, same mind state. But when I went out there, I went there to tell them I made it out. You can too. I seen the world, and my experience was like, I've been to Africa, I've been to Japan, I've been to England, I've been to Brazil, I've been all over the world, man. New York, I've been to L.A., I've been to Cincinnati, Ohio, Nasty Natty, Cleveland. I've been to Chicago, I've been to Miami. I said, I seen the world. I got out of here. What can we do to get you out of here? What are you good at? Go to college. Don't tell nobody you can't go to college, because your parents ain't got to have a lot of money to go to college. You can go. Financial aid. Get out of here. Let's get you ready for school. Let's get you ready for college. One kid in particular, he was a freshman, but I seen him at church singing. And I said, you got a beautiful voice. And he said, Mr. Jeter, what I need to do? I said, what key you sing in? He said, no. I said, you in the choir stand. You don't know what key you sing in? No. I said, go join the band. Get out of my class right now and go to the counselor. Get a band class. He said, why? So you can learn music. You can learn to read music. It'll make you broader as a singer. And he went to college on a choir and joined the choir there. And he has prospered as a singer there. And he told me one day, he said, thank you. I was there to tell them kids, man, just cracking jokes, being bad, getting kicked out of class ain't cool. Mm-hmm. It's not cool. Getting an education, making your parents proud, making something of yourself, that's cool.
Right.
So, I mean, right. If I can make a difference on 2 or 3, that's why I was there, to make a difference, So, and a lot of times, if I give something, I tell people, you ain't got to say nothing, because it's from my heart. I ain't doing this to be in the paper or on book face. I'm just doing this because God put it on my heart to do, I could tell y'all, I started in the grocery line just paying for groceries the other day. People come through and I'm just looking, hey, how you doing? This your blessing. Let me catch this blessing. Like, what you mean? Hey, what? I'm paying for you, Mm-hmm. Well, I said in Southern Classic, that's some good chicken, man. You bless a couple people with that chicken, man. They remember that.
Yeah. Somebody told me Mansfield got the best Southern Classic.
We do. I've been to all of them, all the way from Negatives all the way to Longview, and it's just something. I was like, man, I don't know about the house. An order from up here was down there, and we left my Taco Tuesday and went to the Classic. I said, let me get you a 3-piece, that jumbo combo. You tell me the difference.
Somebody told me y'all got biscuits at Southern Classic.
We do.
Nah.
We do. We got biscuits.
Y'all got the fish too?
Yeah. I don't think we got fish no more. That's gone.
Yeah,
we used to have chicken fried steak that was off the chain, bro.
Yeah, see, y'all outrageous. You got all this other stuff. This supposed to be a chicken place.
Supposed to be, keyword. Listen, they got some grits, man. They got some grits.
Grits and Southern.
Corn grits.
Oh, that corn grit. They pissed me off with that, because I used to like the corn on the cob, man. They took the corn on the cob for the corn grit.
Them corn grits go hard, son. You can put them grandkids on that, man. That'll shut them up.
Hey, so look. speaking to your generosity and you giving back. I know you very. I'm talking to you very humble. You know you don't tend to. You don't seem very braggadocious, but it was. I heard that you actually you took a young lady in, and she recently graduated from high school. Was it this year?
Mm-hmm.
And what put it on your heart to do something like that? Like,
Well, I pray, man. I pray, constantly praying. And if God kind of tell me to do something, I do it. I do stuff from my heart. It's right. My father is from here. Well, he's from Coachella, but he's here. He never was in my life. I tell it. He never was in my life. I seen him 5 times from the age of a baby to 40, 5 times. So I made a promise that I will never have my kids go through that. I know the feeling of wanting to play catch with your dad or just walk with your dad. Or see, I had great mentors. My granddad did an awesome job. My stepdad did an awesome job. But when you see a kid that's just really going through and you pray on it and you say, man, let me show you what a real father is, ain't no feeling greater than that when you see that kid start to thrive. When you see that kid bring home straight A's, when you see that kid want to make you proud and doing everything they can to make you proud of them, So, hey, that's when you give them a Benz. Yeah, take a Benz.
Mm-hmm.
They said, she said, Dad, they say I'm bougie, you ill. I said, look, man, we walked in college, but you are riding good. You eating good. You living good. So, man, I said, I always remember what you've been through and your struggle, and that'll make you go harder for the future.
Right. Do you forgive your father?
I do, because I understand his mentality, And then talking with siblings, like they went through the same thing. He never was there, so I mean, I'm not never to down my dad, because that's my dad. Thank you for my talents, my good hair.
Oh yeah.
But my mom say the athleticism comes from her and the dancing comes from her. And she could sing too, so she was like, part of that singing come from me too. I said, yeah, Mama. So, man, shout out to my daddy, man. My daddy sang quartet. He's been around for a while, but everybody knows him, so.
That's excellent. Hold on, let me check my notes here real fast. You have a daughter named Tyessence, and she plays volleyball.
Yeah, but she's grown now. She's grown.
Well, she played volleyball. Okay. Was it an important thing for your children to be involved in extracurricular activities growing up?
It wasn't. I know. When I played. We got a state championship. I pitched in the hallway at the school, 91 championship. Shout out to that team. But the experiences I got, I learned through my oldest son, because I wanted him to be a prodigy of me. But sometimes you can push him too hard. And being pushed to live in your father's footsteps is a hard thing. When your father, but listen, if you went to the bathroom and I'm going to the bathroom too. That was my mind state. I'm going to whoop you all over this field till you remember my name. When you get off this field, you be like, oh man, I hate number 20. That was my mind. And a lot of kids, all your kids won't have that drive. My youngest son got it. I would tell his mama he got that dog in him. My oldest son didn't have that dog in him. And I was like, he got his mama side in him. But I didn't push him. When he said, I don't want to play football, I never pressured none of mine. Even though I seen it in him, my daughter that's in college now, she was a dog. She had it, basketball. She come off the bench, dropped 17, and I said, you would have had 21 if you didn't miss the first 2 shots. That's just the drive out there. Hey, look it through.
Yeah, see, because I was talking to my son, and I ain't gonna lie, he told my cousin, he said that I'm trying to force him to play football or sports or something, which I'm not. I just told him, like, it's just my belief. You got to do something, because I think extracurricular sports or activities, I feel like it does more than teach you to be an athlete.
It's a discipline.
Right.
You get a discipline. Hey, you got to wait there to the ball height. If you jump it, that's undisciplined. You got to be disciplined enough to move when you got to move. You know, sports is a discipline for you kids. You know, you got to work in that structure. You got to learn to depend on somebody else too. It teaches teamwork, esprit de corps, discipline. I mean, a lot of stuff you learn. And that's why I always wanted mine to be in it, but it's always been their choice because these children are different. You know, they locked us outside and you can come into the street like rock. But we out here balling. Hey, it's like, hey, Doc, if you beat me, you got to come back. Let's run it back. You know, we bound the water hose just holding it for each other to drink. You know, we don't even drink public water no more.
They bought the water.
Don't drink that water, you might die.
Boy, that faucet water used to be fat back in the day.
It used to be. Man, we'll fill it up in a jug and freeze it and drink it, you know. But times have changed, man. And as a parent, you have to change with them, you know. I say try to keep them in football and stuff because you want them to do extracurricular, but I never force mine. And if it was in them, it's in them. Like my youngest son was MVP football, basketball, and baseball. So I'm just like, hey, let me get you a batting coach. Right now at his age, I was just like, I told his mama, I don't want to push it on him. Let him have fun. And I said, I slowly just implement stuff. Hey, we got you a batting coach for baseball. All right, let's get you a conditioning coach for football. You know, little stuff like that. And he's smart because he's a straight A student, so he'll say, hey, Dad, if I drop 16 in basketball tonight, will you buy me and my boys pieces? Oh, you got it, man. He'll come back, I drop 24, Dad.
Yeah.
And then I see me. I'm like, that's me. He me all over. That's the one. But, I mean, nothing against the others. But when you got that in them, you like, you want to bring that out of them. So as a parent, I'm just trying to bring the best out of what he already got. So I just stirred it up. If she wanted to play volleyball, I was at the game. Sometimes I was sleeping because I'm a night owl, you know, and I suffer from the PTSD, the insomnia and stuff like that. But I capitalize off it because I'm like, ain't nothing finna hold me back. So if I'm up at night, I'm working, you know, so.
So let me ask you, traveling the world, what's some of the craziest things you've seen out here in this realm?
I was in Barcelona, man, and Barcelona changes. Like in the daytime, you walk through, it's just shops and people selling you stuff. And you're like, you come through that same street, them Christmas lights up, it's changing colors, it's brothels and peep shows everywhere. Like, whoa, that wasn't here today.
Legal pussy.
Legal.
The freaks come out at night.
It comes out in Barcelona, changed. And I was like, man, this is crazy. This look like Bourbon Street on steroids because you go in there like, man, you can sit in the booth and just jack off. Like, what in the world is y'all got going on in this?
That's what Diddy should have moved to then.
Well, you know that where that come from, that international travel. The golden shower over there is something special. But here, you going to get whooped being on somebody. You know what I'm saying? But I went to, as a young Marine, I went to a live peep show. So we in a theater like a movie theater. So of course we don't know how to act. So we sitting up front, like they getting it on right there, and we just looking like ooh. So you know, black folks is adamant, son. Boy, you ain't hitting that right. You ain't doing nothing with that, Bo. You know what I'm saying? Move out the way. Let me show you how to gun on one time. You know, we cracking jokes. So then, dude, you ain't back. So my boys, he about to skate on her. You know, we laughing and stuff like, oh, no. And when it hit and it was coming up, all you seen was Marines jumping. Like, oh. No. It was like it went in the Matrix, like slow motion. And in my mind, I'm jumping over a seat trying to get away. But I said, if one piece of pee touch me, I'm finna blow dry this fella. You know what I'm saying? So I get up, man. But I guess it hit somebody, and they went and snatched them. And, hey, man, we were running for our lives then. Like, oh, man, we finna get in trouble.
So hold on. So he meant to pee on the crowd?
And now he was peeing on the lady, but, you know, pee at the stream is bouncing off her. Yeah. And we in the front row like, hey, Bo. Like, where you can reach over and touch her like, hey, Bo. You ain't in there, right? You know? Yeah. So when the pee started flowing and hitting off her, it was coming our way like, oh!
Y'all was in the crossfire.
Man, we was in crossfire, man. I said, man, I ain't R. Kelly, but you pee on me, man. I'm gonna blow dry you, man. That's why I was thinking like, oh, man. But we was some freaks. Why we in here this close? And I wonder why the regular people sitting back, you know, enjoying. And I was like, man, this is crazy. But,
I bet they're like, look at them stupid Americans.
Oh, man. I told my boy I went to the brothel, and I admit it. I went to the brothel. Like the black guys went to the beach and the pub, but the little white guy was like, hey, man, we going to the brothel, Jay. So the first night I went to the beach with the homies. Mm-hmm. Man, I get back to white boys all Saturday, whatever, man. What you do? Man, I knew about 2 of them, huh? At the brothel. I say, hey,
I'm at the wrong spot. This beach ain't it?
Hey, my boy Jonesy, I'm going to take you, man. Come with me tomorrow. I'll pay for your first pee. Man, I got to see what this Bob, man. I got there, and I was like, man, we was in Spain, so I was like, man, these women are beautiful, man. They Spanish. Mm-hmm. Man, we got Jose and who. We got Jesus, them, we got like one set of Mexicans at Mansfield. So I was like, dang. I was like, man, this Spanish. I got to see. I said, let me get her, Bo. He said, all right. And I said, how much is they cost? He said, man, about 3,000 pesetas. I said, dang. Man, don't break yourself on me. He said, Jay, that ain't but $30. I said, go son. Let me get 2. Let me get 2, Bo.
So it used to be, it wasn't always 40. It used to be 30.
It was 30, man. It was 30. It was cheap. Yeah, I maxed out that day. I got about 3 of them. I came back and I told the rest of the bros, like, hey, bro, that broth ain't what y'all thinking, man. It's cheap. Man, the next day we playing
everybody at the broth.
We playing Diddy. And it's crazy. It's crazy because this is true. We played that Diddy, every step you take. We're playing in the radio. So they playing that on the jukebox. Everything. We up there dancing with the little freaks. I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to dance on to the back. It's bros everywhere. So I don't know how the word got out. But all the bros was in there like, what's up, Bo? I said, hey, man, I see you. I said, dang, I told about 4 or 5, and then the word spread. By the time that week was, we was in there every day.
Do you think America would be a safer and less violent place if they legalized?
They should legalize sex and weed. Yeah. I think how many misdemeanor arrests we get in Louisiana just off of some weed because they smell it in the car. Mm-hmm.
Well,
that's crazy.
They got the medical done. I heard it's not
out in my damn car anyway.
They got the medical, and I heard it's not that hard to get a card.
It ain't that hard to get a card. Somebody hit me with the plug. I said, I don't really smoke, so hey, man, I'm good. And I can get you that card, man. All you got to do is fill out some paperwork. Throw me a high 20. I got you. And I said, I don't need it. I'm government, I can go to VA and say, I need some weed. It's medicinal. They'll give me a card. So,
that's what I was just telling him when we was out where we was. A lot of people was talking bad about the VA, but I ain't had no bad experiences.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what they told my dad when he asked them. They say, "Nah, you gotta go to a private doctor for that." Cause I was telling him about it. He was like, "Nah." They told he gotta go to a private doctor.
His doctor must ain't like him. He should have changed.
Well, a lot of it has changed because of the new war system and us coming through. They treated Vietnam vets and stuff. They had bad experiences with the VA, but. Like the new system now is catered.
My dad around that age. This right here was like about 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's time to go back now and just really reevaluate. Because I would ask for another doctor because they give us everything we want, man. Shout out to the VA because they take care of us, man. And my Uncle Bradley and them, they wasn't getting taken care of. Like them, these cats was in hard down guerrilla warfare and they ain't got no percentage. You don't get no check? You don't get no disability check? Oh, I'm 100%. I'm like, I'm getting my issue. But they see the stuff because as soon as they looked at my jacket, like, oh man, you was one, you was, you saw so much combat. I know. Oh, you've been in the PTSD program since 2005.
You saw a lot of combat when you was in the military.
That might be
push.
Does it mess with your mental any?
It do.
Since you've been back,
I've learned to steer away from triggers. I don't watch war movies. I don't watch nothing to remind me of it because I'll be up all night. Then you start seeing the dead bodies, the smells. You could smell it, burning bodies. You could smell, little stuff. I remember when I first came from Iraq, I was coming. It's crazy because it's right down the road, right there at the intersection of Lakeshore and Hearn. I was coming that way and I heard pow, and I pulled over. Jumped out the car and grabbed my heat, and I'm sitting by the door looking. And the police was looking at me like, He said, you just came back from over there? I'm like, yeah. He said, you need to get some help, son. You good? I said, I'm good. I was just trying to see where the shots were coming from. And I mean, that's when I really had to take a heed to it. So when I got back, I told them what happened. And bam, they put me in a program, said, you need to talk to somebody. And then they were like, what this look like? I said, a blotch of ink. You know what I'm saying? You feel like killing somebody? Not today. Not today. You know, like, and you try to put all that away. That's what I go through the programs now, but what we talk about is just staying away from triggers, staying away from getting mad enough to where you lose control and stuff. And so they pretty much train you to detrain you, you know, for what you've been trained for, you know. And music is my escape, man. Sometimes you get into a good song, you forget about everything, you know. It's either a good song or a good set of knockers, you know what I'm saying? That changed the world right there.
Did you do music when you were in the military?
Nah, not really. I would mess around with rap, you know. I always had a rap crew. I don't know, I always clean the dudes that rap. You know, we'll be in somebody's garage, and it was funny because when I was married, I came home and we had dropped a little mixtape when I was in Germany, and it was fire. But we wasn't really talking about nothing like. Our main hit over there was "Watch These Bitches." It was like, my wife was like, "What is that? Y'all gangster rappers?" Like, man, that's just what we felt. And I never forget, I was in the club and I heard it come on, and it was like, "Watch these bitches get down on the floor. Evolution nigga done fell through the door." And it was grooving. Everybody was jamming. I said, "Damn, that's our shit. That's me singing." Oh man! Shout out to my Evolution crew, man, because that's. My boy Face Mob was the one that really told me, man, gee, you should be singing, man. He said, we bullshit. These cats ain't serious, man. Cats just up here freestyling, doing all kind of stuff, man. But over there, we were like the Wu-Tang Clan, man. We had cats that could go, I would rap. It just felt, I don't feel like singing. Let me get that. I got the next verse, you know. And we would just have fun, man, drinking and just rapping and stuff, just going to the clubs. And it was just... When I got back to the States, I got with this other crew and was doing it with them. And then one day, I was in a quartet group back home because I was stationed in Leesville. So I would come up on the weekends and we did a wedding. And the DJ blew a fuse and they was like, y'all know in the circle of music till he go get another fuse. So we huddled up. And man, we came out with that Blackstreet. Like, hey, can you play it? Like, and I was like, what you gonna do now is go back into time. No, baby, no. Yeah. And we rocked them, and then we auditioned for, which was Brooklyn Lounge at the time on Greenwood Road. And we became the house band now. Our name was Versatile. Me, J. Jew, and RD4 was the lead singers, man. We just did our three-piece, but, you know, my little cousin BJ. But, hey, we were taking the city by storm, and then Slack them came through and said, y'all need to record music. You'll make way more money instead of just doing covers. And I was like, yeah. I went and did the stuff, and Jaden was like, man, I ain't really feeling it, man. So I was like, oh, I'm going to quit the group. I'm going to be Jeter Jones, and I'm going to go solo. And it took off from there, man.
So somebody told me to ask you this. They wanted to know what happened with the Chris Styles tour.
Well, Chris Styles, that's my cousin. Crystal Thomas. She's a phenomenal singer. We grew up the same choir stand, this, that. Nothing really happened. It's my cousin. And when I brought her under my wing, I would go, every funeral or wedding I went to, she was singing that in Mansfield. It's like, oh man, they got Crystal. This gonna be good. Everybody excited to hear her sing, man. She's a phenomenal singer. And I told her, I said, "Cuz, what you doing?" And I'm like, I'm making a move in this Southern Soul. I got a formula. Let me try it out on you. And I paid for studio time, took her to the studio. She killed it. We dropped her first album. After we dropped her first album, and I think Crystal wanted to go more of a bluesy direction instead of the trail ride direction. She's a country girl, but she ain't no trail ride person. She's more classical. She went through Jackson State. She's a music major, you know, plays the trombone, you know. So she was wanted to be more blues. So in order for her to do that path, she had to go a different direction. So being that that's my cousin, I didn't keep her masters or nothing. And she didn't know everything was in her name. When I entered it in BMI, I created her BMI. When I created her publishing, I put everything. It never was in my
I don't
name.
want to cut you out, but y'all heard what he said? He did her stuff and he put everything in her name, not in his name like somebody else we know.
Yeah, so when I passed her master's, everything was already in her name. I showed her how to get in. Back at the time we was using CD Baby, I showed her. I walked her through the steps because I brought over here to teach her. So that's what happened. When I gave her stuff, I was like, "Cuz, you got this." You know, she was getting booked. So, and then I had to go back on my path because I need to be out here in this dirt on these trail rides. And eventually, you know, she's been touring overseas doing her thing, and I got a crown in that dirt, you know, because I got back focused on me.
What puts your heart in the trail ride?
I was just finna ask that. How old was you when you went to your first trail ride?
I was a kid, man. I remember going trail riding, they locking us up in the trailer at night. But my brother is a rodeo cowboy, Troy Ford. He'd been doing steel wrestling for over 30-something years, but that was his passion. If we played cowboys and rode the horse, he always rode, and I always had to be the Indian. And it's just coincident I'm mixed with Indians, so that's what saved me. But, man, I've been trail riding since I was a kid, but the crazy part, he the one that really put my heart in the trail riding and country boy and period, you know. So, I mean, shout out to Troy Ford, man.
Yeah, well, thank you, Troy Ford, because you helped bless us with Cheetah Jones.
A lot of the songs about him, we would go to rodeos, Cowboy Up. I wrote that when I was at a rodeo, just taking care of the horses with him, making sure he got everything he need for when he go out to steel wrestle, you know. So, and I just wrote a song off it. Boot scooting come from him one time. We was partying, he got drunk, he squatted leg, he started scooting. He just squatted next to her, and I laughed. I said, "Boy, what you doing?" He said, "I'm boot scooting." I said, I go back, get the pen. So a lot of songs I hope for him, you know, stuff he did, they're laughing. Then I got a friend that lied so much, I was like, somebody get this fool. And I went and wrote the song. Because he married and he was just lying to every woman. She's like, I just seen you in Walmart with your wife and your children. He said, that's just my roommate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and I want to ask, how did you become the king of trail ride?
I think just working, just doing trail rides, just pushing my brand of Southern Soul Blues, this country boy blues, just pushing it, doing it. And I was in Texas one time, Cat said, man, these folk act like you, Mufasa, like you. And I was like, I like that. And he was like, man, he said, I got to get to you, the king, and this ain't nobody else. I ain't never heard nobody doing no trail riding blues. You the king of that. And then people just start calling, man, you the king of that trail ride. I was like, And then we finally caught the catchphrase after about a year of them calling me the king of it. They said, man, you got your own junk going. And we kind of just coined it. And then I went in and copyrighted it, of course, you know.
Yeah.
So.
And all y'all country folks tired of the city folks coming down there and ghetto find y'all trail rides. Starting fights and shooting and pulling wigs off.
Yeah, because at one point in time, that was unheard of at trail.
It was a family event. You can get the kids at about 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock. They put them kids up and we gonna get some grown folk stuff. But now you running for your life, man. And I could tell because, you know, we just look at your feet. Man, you out there in some Weezers or some J's. I'm like, nah.
You don't belong here.
Yeah. So y'all might need to make a rule to where if you ain't got the proper attire on, you don't need to be in here. Them the ones y'all need to turn around.
Well, you know what messed that up? The pandemic.
Yeah.
Because, you know, they used to have Coco's and Pat and Jerry's to go to. Man, they closed. Both of them. Where you going to go to party? Out in the bush. Trail ride. In the pandemic, I remember when it first hit, I started back working June. I was working every weekend.
Yeah, I was out there trail riding mid-COVID.
2020. Cats got marathon. I'm like, boot up, you know, like with a mask on. And then Sir Charles and people start commenting like, gee, you working. We ain't working. Whoa. We need to get one of them trail rides. So I call somebody, man, you need somebody? You can get Sir Charles for a certain fee. You know, so, hey, man, I looked up Sir Charles at the trail ride, Tucker, everybody. You know what I'm saying? So
I heard you can't get King George for a fee. You got it costs you a bill.
Well, you know, man, his number speaks for this.
I heard something up towards like $60,000.
I don't know his exact price, but I mean, you know, when you playing everywhere, you know, he number one on the blues chart. I think he number 16, 13, 21, 31. You know, when you got that many hits, man, it paid the cost to be the boss. You know, so I can never say nothing like that. I think if I charge you that much, I'm gonna be like him. I'm gonna have dancers, pyro. Well, I'm gonna come down from the ceiling, you know.
Yeah, you gonna spread the love.
Yeah, but I got a good price, so I'm comfortable where I'm at, you know. So, and then I know how to save my money. So,
do you remember where you were when you heard a young lady tell you that she wasn't scared? I mean, she was scared to ride a horse, but she wasn't scared to ride a cowboy.
They say the horse ride the cowboy, man. So I think that was every week 2016 to 2022. I think so. Every week I was hearing that, you know.
So yeah, you be having fun out there with the aunties.
Man, you know, just to entertain people is an honor, you know. So it's like puppies. You can get pick of the litter if you into that, you know.
Yeah.
I think I grew out of that early, you know. I got my taste. I got 2 children, and
So them trail ride group is different.
it's different, man.
You got 2 children out the trail ride?
out of this music, man. I got 2 kids along the way.
TP Thomas told us it'd be trail ride babies being made.
Yeah, you can make a baby easy. You know, if you ain't capping up and you done hit that honey, it's going down. That honey pack will get you some stuff you don't want on that honey pack, man. And a little bit of this yak, you know what I'm saying? We gotta get this Branson and platinum.
Oh man. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. You got me ready to go to a trail ride now. Yeah. It's something about trail ride attire. It didn't got better.
You remember when the black rodeo used to come to town, man? Everybody had Walmart wouldn't have a boot left. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, just to see people dress up, it's just like playing dress up. If you a city person, you ain't never put on a hat and some boots, it feel good. You walk around, boy, I'm gonna get bow-legged tonight.
he just like looking at the woman with the cut booty shots with
them
the
dukes and boots.
Yeah, I like that. I like
that. Do
that.
something to me too. Yeah, it's just something about a lady and them dukes hitting just right. It just make you. Man,
yeah, do something like I be all remember.
I like that.
Yeah, make you think you back in Spain.
Ooh, ooka booka. They're like, go need you out. That's Japan, boy. You in the wrong spot.
Yeah. Any major artists that you want to work with that you haven't?
I think Anthony Hamilton is one on my bucket list, and maybe Bootsy Collins. We trying to brew something up. I need somebody old school. Maybe Uncle Charlie, you know what I'm saying? Charlie Wilson.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, I mean, I'm open to work with anybody, man. I'm a fan of music, period. So, as you can see, because I know when I had Rob take that track to Houston to talk with the boss man, you know what I'm saying, or Rap A Lot Records, and I was nervous, man. And I was like, man, what? But he loved it. He said, I just would never in my mind thought somebody could make a bluesy R&B type song off my mind playing tricks on me. He said, man, it sounds good.
Oh, so you actually got the song cleared?
Yeah, we got it.
Y'all heard he went and got the song cleared. He ain't just put it out like other people we know.
Yeah, we saw the man, the head, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, I know all his pool and stuff, man. He was a good guy, man. He was real, you know. Yeah, we gonna pay our homage in what we pay, but, man, just the fact that he okayed it, man, that was homage for me, so. Man, shout out to him, man.
I see you do everything the proper way that it's supposed to be done. You crossing all your I's, dotting all your T's, because you ain't nobody come sue Jeter.
No, I don't want no lawsuit. I'm just bad enough running from the IRS. It's good enough, you know what I'm saying? So shout out to them too. But I think doing things decent in order, really, when my legacy's up, I want my name to be good. You know, I don't want no bad name. I don't want people to say Jeter took you. I give you your few dollars before I take them from you, you know. If it ain't mine, I don't want it, you know. I just want what's mine. You know, if you don't give me my piece of the pie, I'm just going to put you in the trunk for about 3 hours. And, you know, 3 hours long enough, you know. We seen no Players Club. That's long enough for you to make your mind up on whether you're going to give me my coins or not. So, I mean, but I just want an honest day's work with an honest day's pay, you know what I'm saying?
I heard something from a wise man. He once told me integrity is a daily struggle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, especially when you're dealing with people that don't have it. You know, people that want every coin. I never be like that. I don't want to go to sleep like that. And then I don't have to do this. I got enough royalty checks now and wrote enough songs and done enough songs to where I can sleep easy and just take my little government check, my crazy check, my retirement check, you know, and I could live peacefully.
Them a lot of chicks.
Yeah, they add up, you know, and then once BMI hit, you know, I'm good. I could quit today, and I wouldn't lose no sleep because I'm taken care of. My kids are taken care of, so.
Would you ever think about selling your catalog like some of the other major artists are doing though?
No, because my catalog is going to get passed down from generations, and that's going to be put in, that is in my trust fund, my will, that you can't sell nothing. It's going to be passed on from generation to generation because generational wealth is the only wealth we got these days.
That's smart. So, can you give our audience a quick little, how I want to put this, like a tutorial on how to do the duck walk?
You trying to hurt me, man. I got to work this weekend. Well, the dirt walk used to be a punishment when I was in the military. You know, I make my soldiers squat down, and they'll walk it, and I say, bing, they say quack, and turn around, you know. Yeah. It's torture on your knees and your lower back. But, I mean, I did it as a dance, and I was like, okay. And most people would do the first time with me, and then I come back again, about 3 of them left, you know. So I said, that duck walk, hell. They were like, boy, that hurt you. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, because you just kind of squat and just... Yeah, so it's... Squatting and walking is hard by itself, so, man, shout out to the Duck Walk King, my little brother.
So does this keep you in shape, though?
I'm in pretty decent shape. I work out at least 3 times a week, a lot of cardio. I got this gut because I'm built bad. My dad got a big gut, so I think it's hereditary, and I don't eat right. You know, I'm going to eat whatever. I'm going to be at Orlando. Shout out to Orlando. You know.
To me, if you ain't got a good at a certain age, something might be wrong with you.
Something might be wrong.
Them goods in style, you hear me? The women, they love them goods.
What they call that dad bod. I'm somebody's granddaddy now, so I figured it's just part of it. But if I had to take off running, I probably could run from here on down Mansfield to probably about Sam's without just getting tired. You know, I can go 6 miles without getting tired right now. So.
I'm gonna tell you how much of a dirtbag I was in the military. So look, they had me like in charge of PT, right? But this is what they ain't know. See, I'm a fast sprinter, but I can't run long distance, right? So what I would do is,
it's right here.
Oh yeah,
keep rolling.
Now I ain't. You don't keep going. I'm gonna wait.
Tell it I can hit.
Yeah, you can hit.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit this. He say, Pac-Man, stop stuttering. Who the hell is this? Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee.
It's 2 episodes in a row, right?
Oh, you bathroom break?
Yeah, it was you last time. Hey, boy. Oh, nah.
I heard that.
No, that's right. Yeah.
All right, so what I would do was, you know, everybody, you know, because even if you wanted to use the bathroom, anything, you had to go through us, right? So people would be like, they'll try to challenge me and stuff. They want to race. I'll be like, well, come on, let's run, let's race then. So we'll race and I take out sprinting, right? I leave them. I'm talking about leave them. So I turn around. Oh, man, you can't mess with me. But truth be told is, I'm gassed. Like, so if they wanted to keep running, they would have got me. But I act like they can't mess with me, right? So I do that to make it look like I was a decent runner. But truth be told, I couldn't. And this the honest God truth. I could not run the full laps, like, ever. Like, you know how I might ain't supposed to say this on camera, but I don't even care no more because I've been out the military so long. I never made the time.
Oh, yeah?
You know the time to get in?
Mm-hmm.
I never made it.
Wow.
But somehow the Lord blessed me to get in the military.
Wow. That's amazing.
But I never made the time. And that's what I'm saying. I was the PT leader, so people really thought I could run.
That must when recruiting was at a all-time low.
Yeah, nah, it wasn't at no low. It just I just played the system.
Mm-hmm. It's just like institutionalizing yourself, you know. You learn the system. Mm-hmm. I seen a guy get promoted with me, man. I'm an extended scale PT. I was like, if it's 300 to max, I score like a 360. It's always was like that, but I seen a guy come run from here to the end of the street, you know, and he was getting promoted. Mm-hmm. He was in charge of me, and I'm like, man, you can't run at all. But, you know, he was slipped through the system, you know. Mm-hmm. And it was times I thought it was a white or black thing, but it's just like you said, he knew the system. Mm-hmm. He got in the system. He was cool with everybody. Mm-hmm. So nobody really ratted him out. Mm-hmm. But we knew, man, you can't run. We be running here like he helping somebody. He'll stop to help him. Like, oh, go ahead. I got him, you know? Yeah. I'm looking at man like, look at this, he just snowbird, man. But we won't rat him out because he was cool.
But the only difference, I will say this, though, and I don't know where I get it from, though. Like, so when we actually hit the streets, though, and, you know, we singing the songs and the jingles,
we get the cadence.
I could do that.
Oh, yeah.
I could do that.
You got good cadence. I know a cat called cadence. Long enough to call Caden, then when he finished, he fall on out. That's it. Then we be like, what happened to you, Bo? And he was like, man, and that Caden took all my win. I was like, oh, boy, you ain't worth 2 wooden nickels, man.
No, for real. So, yeah. Do you got anything we need to be on the lookout for?
We got one. Me and FPJ drops this Friday. Lean Back and Stroke It, man. It's a banger. It's a banger. Me and
I think
TP
I like
got
that
a new song out together. Then me and DJ AJ got one finna drop. I got buku but collabs, and my new album, My Fans Only, is about to drop around November. So get ready for that. And I got some heat for you.
You just dropped the album last month, didn't it?
I did, and my purpose was to drop 2 every year, and I was behind the timeline. And because I signed this new distribution deal with 1 RPM, so being with them, and I told them, I said, hey, I tell you what, y'all procrastinate. We're going to drop this album in August, but my next album going to be ready in November. That's why I shot a lot of videos for this album and got it done. But they let me do what I want to do, so if they let me do it my way, I'm going to drop this new album. So it's dropping, it's already, because they let me be the boss.
This is something I didn't ask though. What is the biggest obstacle though in being a Southern soul artist?
You don't get the mainstream exposure. You're not at the Grammys. You're not on BET or at the BET Awards, which has the bigger market on TV. And we're not at the Super Bowl. We miss out on a lot of big markets. You know what I'm saying? Or the Vegas crowd. You know. So being Southern Soul, we're still trying to become a genre, just like rock and roll did, hip hop, and now it's Southern Soul's chance to push ahead because we're not blues and we're not R&B, but Southern Soul is like blues, R&B, and hip hop mixed together. So you know,
I remember, what's the main difference?
The difference is when you're not a genre, you don't have a category.
Yeah.
See, we either have to fall under R&B or blues. Even when you enter a song, you either pick blues or R&B. Smart choice for me is to pick blues. Yeah. Because you got less competition. You pick R&B, you over there with Beyonce them. Yeah. You pick blues, you with Kingfish and a couple more cats, you know. So, I mean, that's just a choice you make.
Yeah. Like, I remember when I was younger, I used to ask my mother, I was like, why don't none of, like, the blues acts like Johnny Taylor or like, you know, the other blues, like, why they don't be at the BET, on the BET Awards or the Grammy and all that, like, why they don't get the recognition?
Because we never had a category. Yeah. We never had a category that classifies us. You know, when they listed Johnny Taylor, they listed him as an R&B artist.
Yeah.
And he was one of the first Southern Soul blues cats to go platinum.
Yeah. Like, who your favorite blues artists are?
I would say Lil Milton. I mean, like right now or in the past. In the past, it would be Little Milton. I just love.
Like top 5.
My top 5. I'm a FPJ fan, and in its honor, it don't matter how old they is, you know. I would go FPJ, not in the order. I'm just going to pick my top 5. So FPJ, TK Soul, Sir Charles, Carl Sims, I like so many though, and probably Tyrone Davis. You know,
yeah, it's a hell of a lineup, right?
Yeah. I think if you put all them in, you know, and King George, I can't knock King George. I love some King George.
He still got some more to do though.
Well, you know, when you come out that hard, it's hard to debate because you know people are King George. You know, man, the boy got good music.
Yeah, he
so
do,
King
but
George is the NBA young boy, Southern Soul.
Yeah, you can't debate that.
And he don't look like a Southern Soul artist. He like a rapper.
He young, man. He look like he came from rap. He was too short them.
I know he getting all of the bad aunties, all the bad cougars.
They probably out them. I know. Shout out to your wife. You know
Oh my bad. You ain't getting that.
He running from him. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I knowing him, you know, because he gave me homage for playing his music on my platform, and I was like, man, it's nothing. You got good music, keep grinding. I'm proud of the moves he making, and he pushing the envelope. He's the one pushing the envelope for the price of us to go up. You know, I just sit there and watch them numbers go up because I'm comfortable where I'm at. But
so he false advertising then.
Not really,
because he said he got to keep 3 of them. He say, you know,
that's false advertising. That's just a song. It's just a song. He got one woman.
That's a song I pitched to him and told him he'll like it. He was like, what make you think I like stuff like that? I'm a faithful man.
Yeah. I can't handle but one no way, and I just want the one that don't give a fuck. That's the one I want.
Yeah.
You keep the rest. You know, give me that one that don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, one that don't be on my back.
Bingo. Let me go get this check, and then I'll meet you at the house or at Papa Do's or somewhere. You know, we can eat some shrimp and whatsoever, you know.
Yeah.
But I think...
what makes a good woman?
It depends on what the man want. It depends on what you want. Everybody wants something different. Some cats want just a straight freak. Some cats want a woman that can cook a meal and take care of them kids. Some folks don't give a damn about them kids. They take care of them. Mm-hmm. Some want some chewing and some doing, you know. But I think a good woman is whatever your preference is, you know. I think a good woman for me has got the attributes that my grandma have, you know. You ain't necessarily got to cook because I'm a millennium person, you know. But I want something I can turn over and look in and say, yeah, that's me. You know? I don't want no booger wolf, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, then you want somebody that loves you back, you know? You can have somebody that just want to spend your money and just...
I've learned over time, like, I love women that love me. So, like, you can be the baddest thing, but that should be a headache. Like, because I got to do too much to try to prove my love to you, and you really don't even give a damn. You don't give a damn about me like that.
Take this from a man that travel. I'm 50 now. Somebody grandbaby. So I got a little knowledge. I traveled all over the world. Some of the best loving I got was from an ugly woman. It was after 12. It was desperate hour at the club.
The pre-ball hour.
She was fine, man. I'm talking about this Jamaican girl. She was fine, and she was from Philly. And I never forget. I said, man, this mother ugly. And the more I drank, I said, she all right. She all right. You know what I'm saying? So then, when I got her back to the hoo-yah, man, and man, that thing just, she had that snapping turtle.
Yeah,
she put it on me, man. She put that snapping turtle on me, and I'm talking about some of the best loving. And she was the type of chick, she was so fine, you be like, dang, that body's banging. But I couldn't take her to the mall because my boys had jokes, man. You know, she had one of them overbites that kind of popped out and then it was spreads. I was like, shit. She was just ugly, man, but she had some of the best loving I ever had. And I compared her to I took a pretty mug on one time and we got to the edge. She wanted to screw on the edge of the bed because I didn't want to mess her hair up.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to get in you. My hair. Wait, hold up.
Oh, yeah, ain't no way.
Oh, man, you pretty.
Yeah, I finna go.
I was like Nino Brown, you pretty, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wrap that shit up.
Oh, man, I got her and called that ugly girl, man. Well, yeah, baby. And this was back when they had pages. I had the pages like, hey, she hit me back. I'm coming. I hit her with that 411. I'm coming through.
Ugly girl on the way.
She greeted me at the door. She was ready.
What makes a good man?
A good man. In the Bible. Put that church voice on. In the Bible. You know, a man, the definition of a man is a provider first. In the millennium, you don't necessarily have to, these women are so independent, you don't never have to be a provider, but a good man has to do his part. his part as a man, you know. If she's the breadwinner and you want to be house dad, you want to play PlayStation and clean up, do that. But do it good. Whatever you do, you should do it good. I think the definition of a man is whatever that woman needs.
Right.
You know, everybody don't need a man that's got 6 figures behind his name. And women have to be logical. The thing about today is being a good man. Some bulldaggers are better men than men. And I say bulldaggers because that's what, you know, I told you guys, well, little bulldagger, my cousin, you a little bulldagger. She said, bulldagger, that's old school. That's what my grandma called.
Yeah, where that term come from?
Old folks.
I heard bulldagger and a butch.
Butch, yeah, little butch. You know,
Yeah, I wonder where they get that
But the
bulldagger.
crazy part, like a chick was talking to my girl. She was like, man, you know, don't talk to Jada. And why not talk to me? You know, you imitation cheese. I'm Velveeta, baby. We make the rotel, you ain't gonna come out right. You can't do what I do. But I mean, not knocking everything, because I was watching today about the thing with Boosie and his daughter, man. But that's a father. If them his rules, them his rules.
Yeah. And since we talking about this, my thing, people mad at Boosie for being a hypocrite. They keep bringing up he was rapping about 2 girls kissing the back seat. My thing, what parents aren't hypocrites? There is not one parent in the world that haven't been a hypocrite when it comes to their kids.
Yes, it ain't. And his views is his views. If that's how you raising your children, that's how your house is, that's your house. I can't knock that, you know. I got people like that are shunned down, but I mean, the world has changed. You know, the world has changed.
My thing with it, like, it's not his views or the way he feel. It's the public consistent bashing of your daughter. And like, don't get me wrong, I feel like you shouldn't do it to no child, but it's especially a female child, because they just be more emotionally fragile.
True that. And I mean, is the internet a place for it? No. It's a conversation you and your daughter should have. I wouldn't. I got all my children, all 6 of mine. You ain't even see me bashing none of them. If they want to be a bulldagger, let them be. That's their business. All I could do is raise you the way I think you should be. How you turn out, I'm going to sit there and watch your progress when you get grown. Sometimes you're going to fall. I might lean over and say, pick you up. Sometimes I'm going to let you fall. Like, hey, you got to learn some kind of way. But I think the internet really ain't the place for it. Me as a father, I wouldn't even mention it. I think some stuff needs to stay private, you know. I keep my relationship private. I keep my life private on that end, you know, because, you know, people are roasters, man. It's the internet. Internet is more about laughing than it is about, because how many people you see say pray for Diddy?
I don't think I seen nobody.
Ain't nobody been came on here and saying, everybody saying he a monster. I mean, he not necessarily, well, he guilty because he was doing some party, but who all were there? Everybody running from the hill, folks deleting, tweeting, folks saying, oh man, acting like they don't know Diddy. We got pictures with you with Diddy, you know, but my thing is as a black man, you know, I've seen so many look how Bill Cosby got destroyed. Look at R. Kelly. Look at Diddy. But you know, that Weinstein guy didn't go through half the stuff that these cats going through. Hugh Hefner didn't go through nothing.
Well, if he was still alive, I'm pretty sure they
should have
him. They would have been got him by.
He died. He said, "I'm gonna go on and die now."
Them allegations, because he know them allegations was gonna kill him.
Eventually, every dog got his day. Every dog got his day. But I'm gonna go off the net and say, man, let's pray for Diddy. Let's pray for him. Let's pray for his family. You know, he got kids. Let's pray for him, because hey, wasn't nobody saying that when they were doing it.
And Suge Knight said that really Diddy, what Diddy is one of those people that were, you know how a victim become the perpetrator? He said, and Suge Knight, you know, him and Diddy relationship ain't always been peaches and cream. So
for him to say that,
him to come to say it, yeah, that's a huge statement. And they threw some other names out there. I ain't gonna even repeat them right now. But they threw some other names out there, and I just saw something today that said there's a figure in the videos, and they said he's from the well, they didn't say whether it was he or she. They said they are from the entertainment industry and that they are a
more prominent,
more prominent figure than Diddy.
Yeah.
The only people I could think of probably is L.A. Reid, L.A. Reid, Clyde
Jay-Z.
Davis. See, everybody wanted to be Jay-Z.
I don't.
They wanted to be.
Everybody wanted to be
don't.
Jay-Z.
wanted to be.
I don't want to be nobody.
Me neither, man. I hate to see anybody go through stuff like that, man. When you just having fun, man. Hey, when you go into that violating men, but I mean, I got a different philosophy on a lot of that, because my grandma used to tell me stories, about how we became eating pig feet and stuff, how they threw that out and was like it was beneath them, and we took it and put that sassafras through it, and it became a delicacy. I'm eating the guts and the head and the feet, and then you go back further in a time where African men weren't gay or nothing like that. They didn't go through stuff like that. But when you got over here, them Europeans were.
Yes, the book breaking.
Them Greeks, some of the greatest, Alexander the Great, one of the main, you know what I'm saying? So when you go back in time, they were stomp breaking us in front of the kids and the women.
King James.
Then you got the interbreeding, some of they DNA got our DNA.
It's mixed. That's why I got good hair, man. It's mixed.
But some that older men always put in my head, never let a woman leave out your life unhappy. You know what I'm saying? Make sure once it's done, it's ended on good terms.
He on good terms.
P. Diddy didn't end that relationship with Cassie on good terms.
No.
P. Diddy messed up because he ain't settled before that lawsuit went public. Secondly, I think his problem, like I think it's coming from the fact that he tried to sue Chirac, but
I mean,
that's not saying.
It's bigger.
All right.
It's bigger than what we thought, what we know about.
My problem with Diddy is this though, because it's not the freak outs. It ain't none of that. Because I might would have been in there freaking off too.
You hear me?
You know what I'm talking about? But I think the problem comes when the coercion is those allegations are the problem. So when females ain't want to get fucked. And he forced them to get fucked.
But my law, no champagne.
Because I don't believe and I'm saying that to say I don't believe that everybody that's being called a victim was a victim.
No,
I think a lot of them like I don't think this fair. I'm just gonna fuck it. I'm finna get controversial.
don't get right, Pac-Man.
I don't think this is fair. If a female comes and she's looking for fame or glory or whatever, and this man is turning it or whatever, and you decide to give up your pussy for that, and it don't go your way or whatever the case may be,
sacrifice you made.
Yeah, that's just what you made. Like, yeah, like shit, nigga ain't got. That's on you. You gave that pussy up. Nigga ain't take your pussy. You know what I'm talking about? So yeah, I don't think that's fair at all. Like, cause if the roles were reversed. And you got a man's cock, and then it ain't turn out. Well, nobody would be saying, well, he gave us some dick, and you know what I'm saying. She that ain't right. He a victim. Nah, nobody would be saying that.
It's the thing about it. Anything in life is a decision you make. If you watch it, if you in a party, if I'm at a party and I see somebody just right there in front of me just screwing, and I'm watching it, you got a choice to make. If you gonna participate. Or if you gonna bounce,
yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
If I'm a big figure, and I'm like, man, I ain't want to be on. And especially if you got a camera out there, no, bro, let me get out of here.
Oh yeah,
for my pals will be calling me.
Yeah,
like,
G, I
seen you on
them
tapes. G, I seen you. No, you even see G on no tapes, bro. But it's a decision, especially when they talking about a man doing that. I mean, I'm hetero. I'm hetero, so. If I got to do that to be a billionaire or something, I never make it.
When this first came out, I said...
I'll be a dealer. Talking about, man, I have my application back in.
That's why I said I don't want no billions. If billions of dollars gonna make you act like P Diddy, I don't want. Just make me a millionaire.
Yeah,
I'll be
multi-
good with a couple
if I got
million.
stick a multi-dollar before I go doing all that, man. So I mean, let's pray for him, man. Anybody that know what prayer can do, pray for him, man. Pray for him. Pray for the victims. Pray for the people that did it, man.
I feel like Diddy should have came and hollered at me. I would have showed him how to do freakouts the legal way.
Yeah, tip drill.
Well, not Diddy. Somebody else that won't do it, because Diddy a little gay.
Diddy been rubbing Pac-Man on the leg.
You saying you homophobic?
No, I'm not I'm not
That's what it
homophobic.
sounded like, though.
I'm not homophobic, but I don't just want to be in the party where, because I might want to join and you in the corner jacking off looking at my ass. Like, that's insane. Like, nah,
That's
bro.
gonna throw your mojo
Yeah,
off.
that's gonna throw me off.
Yeah, if you see him, you be like, whoa, hey, bro,
What you doing,
what you
bitch?
doing, bro?
Didn't you used to run trains back in the day? What your homeboy used to do while you was waiting on his turn?
Trays, huh?
What they was doing while they was waiting on their turns?
What they were doing while they were waiting on
If it's two of y'all and two of them
when
waiting on their turn, what they was doing
But
waiting on their
Two Live
turn?
Crusade was a single file line. You know, they wait outside.
Yeah, we ain't do with single file line. I'm finna be all the way honest since y'all want to go there. I can't even call what we did running trains, cause like we'll spit roast a bitch.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
What that is for
Oh,
somebody
you
that don't know.
DPing.
For somebody that don't know.
that.
What is a spit roast?
What's a spit roast?
For those that don't know.
One at the top, you got one at the top, you got one at the bottom, one at the head, one at the tail.
Yeah.
And you switch out, right?
And you switch out.
That's a
Correct.
train too, ain't it?
That's it?
You can call it whatever you want to call it. But that was more of my style. You know what I'm talking about?
Or was that a threesome?
Whatever you want to call it.
That's 3.
Yeah.
Nah, they said a threesome, everybody interacting with each
Yeah.
other.
No, I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that. Because for one, females like it better when you call it a threesome.
It's just a safe word.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, and technically that's what it is. But nah, the men don't interact. The men ain't touching each other, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be honest, I hate if a nigga bumping to arm touching nigga. Like, I don't even like that.
Hey, man. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Yeah, I don't even
touch me,
like
bro.
that, just being real. Like,
I wouldn't know. I don't be in
I
those
ain't a
type
train.
of
Man, stop it.
activities.
you from the projects, y'all started this.
Nah, no, we didn't.
Huh, yeah. They started running trains and shit.
Nah, that's a king.
No, sir.
That's part of the king's culture.
No, sir. No, sir. Nah, I ain't gonna go there.
So we talking about culture in the country. Our last country gets, he say, like you just said, everybody Mansfield down later. Our last gets Hot Boy BG, shout out to him.
Yeah, my boy.
He say down everybody in Plain Dealing was related. So he asked him,
Do they screw cousins?
I don't know. My cousin. I heard it. My cousin said one time, I seen one of my cousins mess with another cousin, but he said it was down the line. It wasn't no first cousin. It was like 4th, 5th. And he was like, that don't even count. And I was like, what you mean that don't count? He said, goose to goose, guinea to guinea, kinfolk pussy.
because it's better than it.
It just depends who you is. Some dudes just nasty like that.
Long as it ain't the first, the second, or the third.
It ain't never been that serious to me. If I call you cuz, you my cuz, that's off limits for me. But I know plenty that didn't care. Like, she fine, I'm gonna go and nail her to that cross. You know, I'm like, no, man, you nasty. But
See, and that's them little kids that be shooting up the trail right there.
I'm the one with them big heads. You know what I'm saying?
So I gotta be fair, because we ask all our guests this, right? How long have you been in a relationship?
I've been in a relationship for about some years now. You know, I've been. Shout out to my baby. You know, I've been in a relationship for some years now. We just been behind the scenes. Like you said, I don't really put my business out there because people are vindictive, man.
So I know you're not gonna answer my next question.
Probably not. You know?
But the question is, how long have you been faithful?
About a couple of years now. You know what I'm saying? I might have messed up in the beginning, but I think
Don't we all?
In the beginning, be a
when
test
you
run.
love
now.
somebody, you don't really care. You know, I'd be like, damn, I don't trust you. You don't trust me, man. Damn, man, I ain't gonna pad this cat up. I'm gonna go on. It ain't gonna hurt getting a little bit, but you know, then when you start falling for somebody and you realize that they got your back and they gonna hold you down, man. But I'll be the first to say I ain't died on no cross. I ain't perfect, you know what I'm saying? You know, temptation, you know. But I won that Diddy party, so you ain't got to worry about that.
And this is what I was telling him. Most men, we care more about you being down than actual love. We care about you more holding us down than actual being in love.
Yeah, I mean, if you got my back, that means
you having our back will make us fall in love with you.
Yeah, I fall in love with that, but hey, man, it is what it is.
Yeah, cause I ain't easy on that falling for no. Like I ain't had that many girlfriends because I don't.
He was in high school. He used to be a side nigga.
Oh,
he full of shit.
He fought the good baby daddy because he got tired of being a side nigga.
That's a fucking lie. Look,
it was convenient to just beat and bounce.
It was my girlfriend. This nigga talking about my girlfriend.
You're lying.
This nigga talking about my girlfriend. I would call her because that's still my friend.
Remember you said that last time.
Mm-hmm.
But I ain't finna do that. This nigga, I ain't gonna talk about that. Fuck that. But I tell you what, she was down for me. And that's what made me fall for her back then. Now, she might did a little cheating or something.
Ask him how old the baby was.
It don't matter. She might did
the baby went up but a month, but he said he want the side nigga. That girl was still with her baby daddy.
Look, the baby daddy.
You were Jody.
The baby daddy had another girlfriend, which I think they married now. You see what I'm saying? So they was in a committed relationship. You know what I'm talking about?
He Muslim.
Walaikum salam.
Yeah, so they was in a committed relationship. So what me and her had going on ain't had nothing like he just be fucking around. That was my girlfriend.
Okay.
Yeah. But
But you never know situation, man. That was a time I dealt with a chick that had a man and it didn't bother me because when she came through, she was for me. Yeah. But then it got old.
I done did some wild stuff.
Me too.
I been hitting a chick one time. She and her boyfriend were knocking on the door while I was hitting her. And I ain't stopped because it was exciting.
He was about to get you.
Yeah.
You ain't gonna stop. Like, hold up, I gotta get me first.
Yeah.
You can get that dough when I get through.
Yeah. I ain't gonna tell you who else you were messing with because it'll be in the world of hurt.
We don't want to put that out there.
Yeah.
We ain't snitching. This ain't the snitching show.
I don't know nothing about no type of activities like that.
I don't know though, because niggas always try to put me in the hot seat.
And if I did know about it before I was married.
Well, anything I'm talking about was years back, when in my wild stage, that was the time you didn't give I didn't give a what. You heard me?
Could you take a woman back after she cheated on you?
It's hard. It's hard because I've been through that to where you start thinking about, he touched you like this. Did you say call his name like you calling mine? It just, we can ish it. I'm going to tell you the biggest thing bad for a man. We can ish it, but we sure can't take it.
We ain't supposed to. Mm-hmm. It's my belief that men ain't supposed to take what women take. Yeah. They try to fool us with that crap. Like, well, if y'all do it, we can do it. Nah, that ain't the way the world works.
You know what that's
James
called?
Green said this is a man's world.
Yeah. You know what it's called when men take stuff women take? Homosexuality.
You ain't lying.
Get your ugly ass out of
He ain't lying.
But you know what? In Africa, Africans got more than one wife.
Yeah.
Right. Men can do that.
And it's the original people, right?
The original people, we didn't have one wife. He had a variety.
Because we generous people.
Because we want that variety. You might want thickums this night. You might want the little skinny one this night. You might want the one that just gonna make it do what it do. The one that's blowing on everything this night. So you got your freaky freak. You got your thick one. You got your small. That's Africa. But in America, we're trained on what we was taught. The King James Version.
So look, speaking of that, Jesus, his bloodline comes from a man named Jacob. You could call him, some people call him Jacob, some people call him Israel, right? That bloodline don't come, that's what people don't realize. That bloodline don't come through one woman. It come through two. Rachel and what's the other name? Elizabeth or some shit? What's the other one name? I don't know. It don't matter. But it come through two women,
so
right?
she the original side piece.
No, one side piece. Men have more than one woman. Yeah. Men, it's a man's nature to fuck. So look,
I do not condone it.
so look, when you see Go out, go look at nature. Go look at male dogs. Go look at male lions. Go look at male anything. They fuck, and they don't be discriminatory with it.
So when they in heat, they just gonna hit whatever's in heat. That's what you're saying,
right?
That's why they call men dogs.
But if you turn around and look at a female in nature,
she'll take it from anyone when she in heat. If she in heat, a dog in heat,
about a dog.
It didn't matter.
I thought about it after I started.
A pit bull ain't gonna just wait on a pit bull to hit it. You can be a basset hound. If you can reach it, you got it.
I thought about it after I started. I say, well, this
he went down the street.
Yeah, this going the wrong way because the dog goes.
Next door, say you by yourself.
But if we talk about female lions and motherfuckers that ride in packs and shit, they ain't just gonna give it up to no any line because that dominant line.
That's what you want.
Yeah, he ain't gonna play that shit. Mm-hmm. No way. And we need to stop playing this shit.
Man, I don't know nothing you talking about.
You gotta put your foot down.
I ain't putting nothing down. I come stay with you?
Huh?
I come stay with you?
No, you gonna stay with
put
your
my
woman.
Foot down?
No, you gonna stay with your woman.
No, we're gonna leave him out of that one. One way street, one way.
Yeah, you right. I'm already in the doghouse with your family anyway.
Yeah.
Motherfucker mad at me.
We're gonna keep Pac-Man on the other side of her. That's how. We put you on Jewel and him on her. But I mean, we touching some topics, man.
Yeah. I'm sorry, y'all. I sometimes my mouth overload my ass.
Most of the time.
You writing checks.
Yeah,
you gotta cash. You gotta cash.
I'm sorry. Oh, shit.
We had a good time tonight, though, man. It's going down like 4 flares on the Cadillac.
I think this might be the top episode of the year right here. I know it's the best performance of all time with the podcast. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, it's an honor to be here with y'all, man. You know,
it's an honor to have you. The great Jeter Jones of Mansfield, Louisiana.
The king of trailride music.
Come.
Yeah, yes. Can you give us one more?
Let's go. Let's get one more.
Yeah, which one you want?
Yeah, one more.
Let's do this.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, it was something about the way you was performing that song. I thought back to them parties my grandma and them used to throw in the house.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. When the kids had to go on the other side of the house.
Oh yeah, they'll lock you up.
Yeah, but we used to sneak outside and peep around the corner and shit.
We did the same thing.
Yeah, it used to go down. My granddaddy used to dance, but he ain't really move.
Yeah.
So he'd be like,
and that one little groove, get it up.
Yeah, I used to love it. I say that's
back when you tell to get out grown folks' face.
Mm-hmm.
That's my nigga.
You couldn't even look at him too long. That boy go sit down somewhere else.
I be telling my aunt and them, man, y'all be getting these little kids now pass, man. I couldn't wait till I got grown to tell my aunt I ain't gotta go nowhere. I'm grown now. You can't tell me go back and out the cheer.
Let's try Dirt Road Loving.
All right.
Yes, ooh. My grandma say, I'm tired of that damn song.
Is it right here?
Yeah.
Okay. KPC.
But I don't know. All I know
of Trailride.
Hold on, I gotta cut. Here we go.
Jeter Jones, man. No, we're gonna take it to the country one time. That's been listening to the music that's been playing. You talking about the train, but in the country, that's where we take them down the dirt road, just one-on-one.
Yes, sir.
Get them on the back of the truck or whatever.
I hit one in a little oil field on the side of the road one time.
You hear me?
I swear to God.
You said yesterday?
Nah. You see what I'm saying? He supposed to be my partner, man. What type of nigga is this?
He got you. I don't know about you. Ooh-wee, baby. But I'm fresh about the country. And if you know anything about the country, or you from the country, I know you done made love on the dirt road. Do you hear me? Ooh-wee, lady. Well, let me tell you about it. Let's take it to the country. Come on. Me and my baby went for a ride. She was feeling real good, so we headed to the south side. Along the way, while she was holding my hand, she She said, let's hit a spot where we once had been. I backed him right up and I pulled right in. See, this was a spot where I've been with a couple of my old friends. As I parked, it started going down. See, no one could see us or be nosing around. I let the tailgate down, now it's on again. I love being country, do you hear me, my friend? All of a sudden, it got good to me. I threw back my head and I began to scream. Like a dirt road. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, baby. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Babe. Ain't nothing like a dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, lady. Let me tell the story. Once upon a time, when I was just a lad, a young man, the hotel was packed up, so my girl got mad. She said she want good loving and she need it now. She's gotta get it some way and somehow. No time for the hotel, motel, holiday. Time was of the essence, and I gotta get it in. Crow said take her to the Rambling Road. Hey, down past Pelican, down by the Rambling Road. When we got there, she didn't play no games. She took off her clothes, so I did the same. It was cold at night, smoke was all I could see. She threw back her head and she began to scream. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Ain't nothing like a dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, baby. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Oh, babe. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, baby. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Oh, ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, baby. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Yeah. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, baby. Hold up, break that thing down. Ooh. You mean to tell me you ain't never made love off in the woods? Anybody been in the woods? You hear me? I'm talking about out by the good spot in the country. By the whale.
Yeah. Yeah, where it's wet.
You got him on a rainy day? Hey, play that boy. I hear you now. Hey. We might have to do one more for the city. Oh, Ratchet Trail Ride. We might have to go and pull that Ratchet Trail Ride out before I get up out of here.
We going down.
I'm talking about get it. Go to bluesnack.com and get my new tater chip. Some Trail Ride Buffalo Ranch. It's going down right here. When the country, as you can see, it's good for the goose, then it's better for me. It was cold at night, in the midst of a steam. We threw back her head and we began to scream. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Yeah. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving.
Ain't nothing like
it. Lady. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Ooh-wee, lady. Stay right there. Ain't nothing like a dirt road. Rambling road. Sloan road. Radio station road. Down Alpha road. Down on her. And Jewella too. Ain't nothing like dirt road loving. Lakeshore road.
Yes, sir. Oh, shit now. He turning it up in his place. You done got me hot in here. Shit.
I'm thinking about picking my wife up, go to a dirt road.
You hear me?
Yeah, I got my boots on already. I'm ready.
Bag it in. You got a half moon. You don't get it.
Ain't nothing like that.
Hit that Ratchet Trail Ride before I get up out of here. Because I got you. I done had a good time. We got to do it one time for the city, for Ratchet City. Shout out to Mandigo. It's finna go down right here.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connected, it matters, please.
The shade, street pole. That's how we do it. Let's go. I'm feeling real good. Wow. Right. I'm feeling myself. Ooh, I'm feeling real good. Let me get a little piece. Here we go. One time. I'm lit and I'm lit. Don't get a real cowboy in your shit.
Yeah.
That drink and these pills feel like I'm in a cartoon for real. She said, can I ride your horse? Cause she be catching like Randy Mouse. She ready, it's on. Baby, no Gita about to take her home. Them dukes and them boots.
Yeah.
Baby, I like the way you boot school. That back and that head. Baby, you're more than a corner horse in bed. Let's go. Street pole. G for me. G for me. You got the G for me. G for me. You got the G. Street pole. Ooh, I'm feeling real good. Rock. I'm feeling myself. Ooh, I'm feeling real good. Can we take the BR? Baton Rouge. It's the Kang. Jimmy Jones. Big Boosie.
Looking at the trail ride, looking
For a big fine.
cowboy boots, real cute.
You a dime.
Trying to make your mind. Jump up in the
Back seat.
You ain't coming with me, no prison.
No way.
Money like the app.
What?
Smoking on the loud.
Ooh.
No, we talking thug talk cause a nigga really bout
What?
that. No, I brought the hood.
Feeling real good. Where you from, nigga?
225, big back. Ratchet trail ride.
Yeah.
Ratchet trail ride.
Yeah.
Later on, nigga, I'ma let your girl ride.
Ooh.
I'm a big dog, only pretty girls ride.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Got your boots on.
Shit.
Got your dukes on.
Shit.
Baddest thing stepping, girl, I'm taking you home.
Bacardi,
Up
hey.
in my cup, tell me what you on.
What she
My
on?
girl jumped on the back and you saw two.
Let's go. Rock. I'm feeling real good. Ooh, boo.
Yeah.
I'm feeling myself. Hey, I see you at home drinking one time.
Ooh.
I'm feeling real good. Let's get lit. Can we get lit? Homer, where you at? Papa, let's go. Gina Jones. Yeah.
Know if Hussein here is lit.
Lit.
Why they keep calling
Let's go.
Baby, I'm a whole move. Yeah, so why me move? Looking like a bag of money.
Full of that juice. Hey,
Spending like a tray, find
Uh-oh.
legs, loose as a goose. Slim thighs, just a boost.
turn me up.
Watch me flash like in 4K.
Ooh.
DJ play my song,
Let's go.
my dance like a probate. Good drink,
Let's
got
go.
me leaning real hard.
Wow.
The candy in
Wow.
my cup, I know
Wow.
my jaws
Wow.
stuck.
Wow.
No,
Turn 'em up.
no.
Let's go.
Pay me some balls,
Ooh.
so I can roll forever.
Uh-oh.
Pay me a ball,
Uh-oh.
so I can pour what else.
That's it.
Say she wanna ride with a G, I'ma see up, single footer, she was serving better.
Pac-Man, let's go.
Trail ride. Yeah.
Next door. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling myself. Hey, anybody feeling good? One time. I'm feeling real good. Hey, G, got Capella. G. Let's go. G, got Capella. G, got Capella. G. Scooter man. Represent 318 all day, baby. You heard me? Come.
Yeah, I don't think nobody gonna better come after this. Right?
Nah, it's over with, man. He done
Shit,
shut it down.
Yeah.
He done shut it down.
We went down to 2 hours.
Oh, man,
God
man.
damn, shit.
I think our camera done ran out and everything.
Oh yeah, that big.
Yeah.
God damn,
Oh,
shit.
man, we're going to have to do it
Nah,
again,
yeah.
man, one time. We're
Yeah.
going to do it for the one time.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
sir.
man,
I appreciate y'all having me, man.
We like to thank you for coming here because we know you're a busy man. You know what I'm saying? You ain't
For
just
sure,
know
for sure.
anybody.
Hey,
you know what I'm
Not
saying?
just know anybody.
Man,
he got
that's an honor.
steady.
It's an honor, man.
So we appreciate. Then you blessed us with 3 performances. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I know you don't perform for free. For free. You know what I'm
I don't do it for free, but hey, man, you know when you get good people, man, it's just a vibe, man. You know, good people's good time and good people. We here for a good time, not a long time. So hey, it's what it is.
Sure.
Yeah, we want to let you know you're welcome to come back to our platform anytime you want. You or any of your constituents. You know what I'm saying? Y'all welcome at our platform.
Hey, man, appreciate y'all for having me. I am the Kang of Trailride, the one and only. Ain't no phone. I eat my macaroni with cheese. Do you hear me? Come.
Yes, sir.
And it's your boy Nestor with the Done.
It's your boy Pac-Man, the hood's voice boss. You know what I'm talking about.
And we out this thing.
Peace.
This ain't my business, but
It is my business.